now streaming live. Full Velocity TV begins now.
Oh, feeling so much better, and finally it feels like Full Velocity TV. It's a Friday night. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show here tonight, hanging out at the Lanier National Speedway. It is a Rocky Top 305 Sprint Car Series presented by the guys over at HAR Motorsports. Happy to have you aboard here tonight, live on Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Full Velocity TV. Phil Lacasse here, along with my partner, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton. We got Jack chewing on the controls for us here tonight. Three-man team ready to bring you Full Velocity TV, full live and in living color here this evening. Lanier National Speedway, Rocky Top 305 Sprint Cars qualifying just now has gone out to the racetrack. First laps of the night being put down by the number 111 of Cody McKnight. Clocks him at a 13.462. Number 59 of Trey Long. He just clocked in top of the board with a 13.303. So right now, smack dab in the middle of what is time trial qualifying for these guys. Next up on the speedway, we're going to see, I believe, car number 9 of Chris Miller, I believe, scheduled to go out next. So see the 9 car rolling now. He'll be flanked also by the 04 car of Frank Gonzalez. So it's about to get hot and heavy here, guys, on a Friday night. Strap yourself in here. We'll keep abreast of what qualifying times are going to be, and it's going to be an awesome night. Thankfully, feeling so much better than we did a couple of nights ago on the air for Wednesday Night Street Fights. Thankfully, Phil's feeling better. I'll bring my buddy, Mr. Todd Stanton, into the conversation now. Todd, no, you're still a little bit under the weather. You're on the bend, I guess, to the best you could be here tonight. I know you got some food going in you as you speak, but you're here locked and loaded, ready to go. What is going to be an awesome night. Rocky Top 305 Sprint Cars.
Yeah, definitely ready here, Phil. Just trying to get some food in me. Have not ate nothing at all over the past couple of days. I had a yogurt for lunch today. That was it. So getting something in, getting myself locked and loaded. Had a few things to try to make myself feel a little bit better again, but under the weather still here, about 50% today. Hopefully getting better as the days keep marching on.
All right, well, that's great to hear. Qualifying times on the board for the 04 of Frank Gonzalez. Third quick at a 13.661. Chris Miller's number 9 clocks in next with a 13.723. So it is still Trey Long on top of the board, setting our quick time for the night. Next on the racetrack, we should see a very fast car number 19. That is Showtime, Shane Kelly. He's going to be flanked also by the 38 of Rick Gibson. So this twosome here should really put up some big times as they work their way in. Their warm-up laps going out there now. Throwaway lap here. Shane going to be the first one to hit the line here in car number 19 as he comes off of turn number 4. Let's see what the first lap of record is for Shane Kelly. Quick time, 13.280, 13.280 for Shane Kelly. Rick Gibson clocks in third quick, a 13.406. 13.406 for Rick Gibson on lap number 1. Shane Kelly's second lap going to be a little bit slower, 13.466. Same for the 38 of Rick Gibson. He slows down a bit on lap number 2 as well. So as we sit right now, quick time set by car number 19, Shane Kelly, 13.280. That is hauling balls around this place here tonight. The 3-Ace Mile here, Lanier National Speedway, going to be really great for the 305 Sprint Cars here, presented by the guys over at HAR Motorsports. Going to thank these guys tonight. We're usually on the air on Thursday or Friday nights with these guys at about 7:30. We asked for a little bit of delay here tonight as the Todd under the weather had to get some medication to him, get him some food so he can come back with us. Had to graciously enough, Jack Truan able to come out and run controls for us, so a little extra time to get him all set it out. So appreciate these guys all hanging with us here tonight, allowing us to put on the show that we like to promise to give for the fans out there. We're going to give you one here tonight. These guys at HAR always putting a good time out there. Next up on the racetrack from the ASTA, car number 45, Mike Massey out to the racetrack now. He's flanked by the number 68 of Ron Piles. Both drivers throwing out their throwaway laps as we speak. Massey going to clock in his first lap, 13.637, put him 6 quick on the board. Piles coming in a great first lap, 13.365. That's going to put Ron P3 on the board. We'll see what Massey does here for lap number 2. He's going to slow down a little bit as well. We'll see Piles' second lap going to be a 13.504. So that was a little bit slower, but Piles with a 13.365. He's going to go third on the board. All these guys, Todd, chasing fast laps. Shane Kelly lap, 13.280. That is really screaming, but we still have some really good names to go. We still got Eric Tupper. We got points leader Brett Roll still to go. We got Kevin Davinsky in the house. Wayne Scott, really, he's looked really good here in practice. So we still have a lot of names left. We'll see if anybody can't knock off Shane's time. That's a really, really quality time he's got up there.
Yeah, really good time there is Curtis Kelly bringing down a time of 13.619 for Curtis Kelly. He's I believe we got a couple other drivers left to go out there, Phil. We're just waiting to see who else is out there right now. It's the 17 of Brett Rolls, and you also have the 115 of Eric Chopper. Both those guys out there on the speedway. Let's see what these guys time in with. And the first time here, waiting for them to get through here. His throwaway laps are going out here. Looks like Eric Chopper here will be the first one it'll be the 17th first one by the start finish line here with a 13.581 for Brett Rolls, and Eric Chopper times in with a 13.372 for his time. And Brett Rolls a little bit faster. They're putting him up the third quickest, 13.355 for Brett Rolls.
That is a great lap for Rolls there, up to third quick. Eric Tupper clocking in his second lap, 13.370. So that puts him fifth quick. That's 2 really good lot times there. 2 of the heavy hitters here. Rolls, of course, the points leader coming into the series tonight. So definitely expect him to be on his game here this evening as well. I think we had a couple more still left to go. Not sure we're going to get time from the 4 car of Brandon Ego. Ronnie Wayne Scott's number 3 also in the pit area, waiting for see if that car comes to life, or even the 69 car of AJ Cruz here in the 57 of Kevin Davinsky. All these guys are still in the pit area, so really quiet from down there. So I'm wondering if they've surrendered their times to take qualifying. But as we currently sit, Shane Kelly, quick time, 13.280. 13.303 for Trey Long, and Brett Rolls third quick, a 13.355. But we have a couple of cars who have fired to life. They're going to come out to the speedway for their qualification laps.
Yeah, that would be the number 3 machine out there, and the number 69 of AJ Cruz. Both those guys now getting up to temp out there with their throwaway laps. Going to have to see what these guys are going to do, Phil.
It looks like Ronnie Wayne Scott going to be the first one to hit the line on his throwaway lap here. You can see the throwaway laps going up 21.017. We know that's going to be really quick here. Ronnie put a great time up here in practice, a 12.822. It was really, really quick out of the gate. Ronnie Wayne Scott's number 3 car, 13.450. 7th quick here on lap number 1. The 69 of AJ Cruz clocking in a 13.675. That's going to put him 12 out of 13, expecting quicker laps of both of these guys on lap number 2. We'll see where the 3 car sits here. And said he was blazing fast here in practice. Fastest car in practice by far. That him and Tupper really paced his field. But off the second turn, the 3 car slows down a little bit, 13.593. So Ronnie Wayne Scott, I thought, was going to have a time that was going to, parallel himself to maybe Shane Kelly or even Trey Long. He's going to end up 7th quick, and AJ Cruz also slowed down. So 12th quick is going to be the lap of record for the 69 car, 13.675. So 13 times have gone to the board. We have 2 drivers still left in the pit area, that being Brandon Ego's number 4 and Kevin Davinsky's number 57. So we'll see. Keep an eye down here, Todd. We see this in time trials every time we go over to HAR. Last-minute adjustments for some of these guys. They make, quick little hits to it. So We'll see. They may appear, they may not appear. We'll keep abreast of what's going on. So far, not seeing any life from either of those two camps on pit road. So this could be all she wrote here for qualifications. Is see if we can't click around and find the correct spreadsheets and see if we can't see what's going on here next. A little bit of seat of our pants here on a Friday night. Don't have all the bells and whistles of a ticker like we normally do. It's all done in a practice or qualifying session here through time trials and qualifying. We go through 2 heat races or 3 heat races possibly tonight. We'll see what the call is out for, and then we roll into what is going to be a 6-lap dash here at Lanier, and then a 35 lap main event on tap here tonight at Lanier for the Rocky Top 305 Sprint Car Series here live every Friday night. Full Velocity TV. This has been a great series to follow. The racing has been tremendous, and if you're out there watching, want to come join these guys over at HAR Motorsports, really easy to do. Find them in league sessions, jump into their team speak, be a part of this great series here Friday night or any night that HAR runs. They do a lot of great stuff over here. These guys have been at it for a long time. HAR Motorsports, the place to be here. You want to catch up with Phil and Todd live on a Friday night. We are definitely here live in the house, and it looks like we may have a completion here to our time trials. It is all quiet for the pit area. Just waiting to hear if there's any last-minute communication or traffic coming in. But so far, it looks like that is maybe it here tonight. Qualifying looks like going to be taken by Shane Kelly, 13.280, which is a little bit off of what he practiced on, but he was slower compared to some of these guys in the practice session. Quick time in practice was Eric Tupper with a 12.799. So they started complaining at the end of practice, Todd. The racetrack seemed to start slowing down, and looking by the indicative times here in qualifying, it certainly sure did.
Yeah, definitely. As the track goes on, you're going to lose the moisture on it, and that's normally what happens here at Lanier, and you start slickening off. It's going to make for some decent racing, though. You're going to have to search around and try to find that extra moisture that you're going to have out there. And a lot of guys can race these cars on a heavy track, but these guys are going to have to race it on a slick track, and it makes a different type of driver out of you. Some guys are faster in the slick, and some people love the heavy tracks.
They sure do. We're just waiting to see what's going to be going on here. If there's any last-minute traffic coming in out of the server or whatever else may be going on, as we're in a holding pattern here, so no better time than to plug our presenting sponsors here at Full Velocity TV. Got to thank the guys over at Evil One Graphics, Mr. Jim Revis, and all the great stuff he does there. Great car wraps come out of Evil One Graphics. Evil One, they're not only good, they are evil. Got to thank the guys over at DirtSeries.com. Greatly, we've been had here every Monday night, the Randomizer Challenge. We also have something really cool coming up here, the midnight, the Dirt Series Indoor Series here. You're going to be great at the Chili Bowl. Great, a bunch of divisions coming up on tap. Full schedule is going to be posted to our website here and to our Facebook here the coming hours here. As I'll do this after the show as all those dates have come in. DirtSeries.com. Check those guys out. A lot of great things to come from them in the next couple of months. Also going to thank the guys over at CNC Racing Designs. Wish we had the new spot here for them tonight, but it is coming. We're going to share live to our Facebook page, so if you want to check out, great ad we put together here. CNC Racing Designs. You want a really good car wrap, get a hold of Jameson Colbridge, Earl Clements, all the gang over at CNC Racing Designs. They will hook you up with some great product there. Also going to thank our buddy Brendan Spadafora, SpadaforaFirearms.com. You want to purchase a new weapon, want to expand on an existing weapon, or you need to renew your membership to the NRA, well, he can do that all for you there. SpadaforaFirearms.com is how you look them up. But also going to thank Jeff Brown from iRacing iFlag, iRacingIFlag.com. Check out Jeff's product there if you want pit boxes, custom flags, whatever you may need. He'll hook you up there, iRacingIFlag.com. So it looks like 8 laps going to be the heat race distance. Heat race is going out to the racetrack. So, Todd, we have cars there. I'm looking for the lineup maybe posted, but it looks like we got Cody McKnight in the 111, the 04 of Frank Gonzalez, Eric Tupper's 115 is out there. Looks like 4 cars after heat race number 1 for the 305s.
Massey went down low there, a little bit of contact there with the 111 machine of Cody McKnight. Looked like everybody chain reaction up top there, 3 wide there, down into the corner. Not going to be had here at Lanier. Not sure if it was incidental contact. I'm pretty sure it was incidental contact. It is Mike Massey there. Try to get out of the bottom. I rip running and tearing down there, and man, he he was looking rather fast. So I look for him to come to the front there, that 45 machine there, Phil.
Well, it's cool to see Massey out here on a Friday night. We're going to wish him a happy birthday. I think he turned about 87 here today, whatever it was for him. Happy birthday, Mike Massey. Great to see you out here joining us on your birthday. So cool that for sure. But we look out to the racetrack. You got the likes of, Eric Tupper's 115, a heavy hitter here at HAR any night. You come out here any night for that matter. You got Cody McKnight's 111 running in the lead. I think you said Mike Massey's 45 out there, and I believe it was Frank Gonzalez of the 04. I think it's a 4-car heat race. So just by way of math, Todd, if I see 4 out here for heat race number 1, I'm assuming 3 heat races tonight. I could be wrong. We were wrong before, but I'm going to guess 3.
Yeah, I'm assuming 3 heat races, 12 car. Well, it's 13 cars taking time here tonight, so it looks like we'll have 3 heat races this evening. And the spreadsheet not updating for us here on our end tonight, Phil, but I know we'll get better at that here. It's the 111 of Cody McKnight's going to be 04 of Frank Gonzalez, then Mike Massey and Eric Tupper. This is going to be restacked and repacked here. Original restart for these guys. No laps in. These guys are coming down into turn number 3. Believe they're going to get green flag out of turn number 4. And it's going to come this time by. So just waiting on that green flag. His green flag now drops. The 111 of Cody McKnight charges down into turn number 1. The 04 of Frank Gonzalez up to the top shelf of the speedway. Here comes Mike Massey down to the bottom once again. He's already judged himself down there. He knows it's a little slippery, trying to make it work. But here comes the 04. Gonzalez to the top side, getting around Cody McKnight.
Great move there by Tupper to go around McKnight there in the 115, put him up front. Massey in there for 3rd. Gonzalez riding there in 4th. Great battle there. McKnight, Cody's been really good here recently. I know you ran a lot of laps with him. He's getting a lot better out there. Tupper up there in the 115 doing a great job. And Frank Gonzalez now leading the field off of turn number 4. Frank's run really well here in the sprint car. Great to see him up there. I think he even may have some full velocity TV signage on that car tonight. I know he was talking about it. I don't see it there. Maybe on the front. Frank Gonzalez out there, a buddy of ours. He's going to lead Eric Tupper off the line. We come by here, Todd. We're going to be 4 laps in. We're going to be halfway home this time around.
Yeah, halfway in here, just watching the 115 of Eric Tupper now going to work on the 04 of Frank Gonzalez. That's a battle for the lead. While you were talking there, Phil, talking real nice about Cody McKnight, he about spun himself completely sideways and lost all the positions he had. Now currently running in that 4th spot. So McKnight had to go all the way to the back, unfortunately, for that 111 machine. Is Mike Massey running in that 3rd spot, but it is the 04 leading the way here. Frank Gonzalez. Tupper's been battling with him pretty hard in that 115 machine, but not able to get by him so far.
Oh, doing a great job is that 04 of Frank Gonzalez driving the high side of the racetrack. Tupper trying to find room. Off turn number 4, white flag going to go in the air. One more trip around here for heat race number 1. Gonzalez going to keep it up high. Tupper going to try to find room even higher through the backstretch into 3 for the final time. Tupper will shoot it down low. Is there a grip to be had? The answer is no. Give heat race number 1 to Frank Gonzalez. Eric Tupper in for 2nd. Mike Massey going to be in for 3rd. Cody McKnight finishes up 4th. So great run for Frank Gonzalez. He's going to win here. I believe it's going to be him and Eric Tupper who advance into our 6-lap dash for cash that follows our heat race action here. But great job. Frank Gonzalez going to put it here in victory lane for heat race number 1. He beat Eric Tupper, which over here lately at HAR, that's been hard to do.
And it's definitely been hard to do over here at HAR is to beat Eric Tupper. He's been a man to beat. Another guy that's been the person to beat over here is the 17 of Brett Rolls. Brett Rolls has been quick too, so you got to look out for one of those 2 guys. And Brett Rolls used partial parts of setups last week, and then we learned that he didn't use any of his setup. He went back to the original setup. So Eric and Brett Rolls, they share setups and help each other out. So they figure it out here rather quickly. So look for those guys too to remain in the front or at least make a charge to the front.
Absolutely, and I'm just communicating with the race admins over here as well, just letting them know, hey, we don't have the working spreadsheet, so if there was one out there, I'm looking for a link from these guys, and we can kind of be up to breast, because, honest to God, I feel very naked not having one out here to look at, so if they can hear me now, I'm going to beg and plead. Throw me that link for the spreadsheet we're working on, because I would like to keep tabs on what is going out here onto the racetrack. But heat race number 2 is out there. Todd, there's 4 cars. What 4 cars do we find?
Looks like, Phil, we're going to have 5 cars out there. The number 59 machine is out there. He looks like Trey Long going to start on the pole. Outside of him will be the number 19. That's Showtime Shane Kelly. Inside row number 2, starting in that second starting position, that's going to be the 68. That's Ron Piles. Outside of him will be the 3 of Wayne Scott in the number 3 machine, starting 4th. And then shotgun on the field looks to be the number 17 of Brett Rolls. It is indeed the 17 of Brett Rolls. 5 cars we called for, 5 cars we got out there. This is heat race number 2.
All right, well, let's see if these guys can do it, because thankfully we had Brett that was kind of spotting for us in the in-game chat here in race number 1. He was counting down the laps, which made me sound a whole lot more intelligent than we usually are here on a Friday night when we do these lap counts. But we'll have to wait and see, because now he's going to be out there. Maybe Mr. Tupper can take care of it. Maybe Piles can take care of it. I'm out there. Anybody out there watching or listening, you hear me out there. Hi, guys. Shoot us some information out here so we can follow it along. But off turn number 4, they're going to open up. Green flag going to go in the air. Trey Long and Shane Kelly, they lead the field through 1 and 2.
And green flag down the back straight away. It is the number 59 leading them down there to turn number 3. Off of turn number 4, 59 of Trey Long leading. Here comes Showtime Shane Kelly to the top shelf of the speedway. He is right now trying to wheel it in on the top shelf. He is pretty quick here. We know he's quick. In that number 19 machine side-by-side battle for that top spot.
Really good battle there between Shane Kelly and Trey Long for the race lead. 3-way battle for the 3rd spot, too. Brett Rolls back there with Ron Piles. Those guys going at it. The 3-car. Ronnie Wayne Scott back there as well, but they're racing up front. Shane Kelly going to take the lead from Trey Long. We're 2 laps in.
And 3 laps in now as they flash by that start-finish line. The 19 of Shane Kelly running on the top shelf of the speedway, able to pull over and take over the lead. Here comes the number 3 machine. He is to the outside. That's Wayne Scott in the number 3 machine trying to take over that 2nd spot.
Todd doing really good with the lap count. We're 4 laps in. We are halfway home. This is a really good race there. Kelly up front leading on. Wayne Scott, Trey Long, those guys really going at it. Rolls trying to enter his way to the mix as well through turn number 1 now. It is all Shane Kelly up front. That battle for the 2nd spot is a good one. Wayne Scott's number 3 up high. Trey Long's in there. Rolls and Piles. 4 cars all racing for that runner-up spot. It is Shane Kelly. He's going to lead the field here next time around. I believe it's going to be 2 to go from a starter stand.
Yeah, 2 to go as they're coming around here into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. We should have white flag in the air here, Phil. It's going to be lap 7 here of 8. White flag is in the air, and these guys fighting pretty hard. 3-wide battle there between the 17 of Brett Rolls. Oh, Trey Long gets caught up here. So it looks like we are going to finish off of turn number 4, Phil.
That was a checker flag that come out. Give this one to Shane Kelly unofficially. I think that was Piles in for second. No, it was a 17 of Brett Rolls in for second. I believe that was a 3-car. Ronnie Wayne Scott in for 3rd. So I'm going to call that unofficial, as I see Piles got caught up in that one as well. So tough break for those guys. They were having a really good run. Trey Long was having a great run. Great qualifying time here for the 59, but I think that's going to do it for this one. Shane Kelly going to win here, heat race number 2. So we've had 2, and we've had, 9 cars to the racetrack. So if I'm a betting man, I'm going to think that we may see guys like Rick Gibson come out in heat race number 3, guys like Curtis Kelly, AJ Cruz, Chris Miller, Brandon Ego, if he's here, and Kevin Davinsky. If they're out there watching or out there on the server, I am assuming we're going to see those cars start firing out to the racetrack. I'm not a betting man, Todd, but I see the list of names on the server. I can identify who we've seen and who we haven't seen. I guess that's a good, strange way to go, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely is. We can tell you who's actually going to be out there on the speedway. No lineup as of yet, but we'll get there. Phil was able to I was actually able to get the correct count in laps that time, so able to do the lap counter myself. It was pretty impressive and announce at the same time.
Impressive. I could tell the guy has had to do the scoring work before. Great job, Todd. That was really helpful to do. As I saw numbers coming in, I'm like, oh, somebody's doing it. And then I see Todd Stanton's the one counting laps. So great job there, Todd. Paying attention, making us sound a whole lot more intelligent than we normally are. But, hey, we're a team. We work together out here. As it looks like heat race number 3 is officially going to pull off now of pit road. I do see Rick Gibson's number 38 car going to pull the field around. I do see, who's that going on up front there? Chris Miller's number 9. Come off the corner here. I get a better look at who's out there. Got Curtis Kelly's number 75. the 69 car of Sideways, AJ Cruz. So there's going to be your 4 cars here. Final heat race of the night. Heat race number 3 off of turn number 4. I thought they were going to open them up here, but maybe not. Chris Miller, I know for sure, is going to lead this field to the green flag with Rick Gibson. So keep an eye on the 38. This guy's a rocket. And a guy who's going to know his way around here at Lanier. Keep an eye on Rick Gibson, a winner here earlier this season, the Rocky Top 305 Sprint cars. Here they come here off the corner this time. I'm assuming we're going to be firing here for 8 more action-packed laps. I keep calling it like it's coming, Todd. It eventually has to happen. Maybe you got luck.
Eventually it has to happen. I believe they're going to go green off of turn number 4. Green flag is in the air. We're racing down the front right away here at Lanier Speedway as these guys charge down into turn number 1. The 75 dives down to the bottom side here, trying to make some headway. The 75 is Curtis Kelly. There, that Ghostbuster sponsored machine. The number 9 gets a little bit loose and out of shape. Is he going to hang on to it? Oh, man.
Wow.
All kinds of steering problems with that number 9 machine, but he hangs on to it.
Woo, Chris Miller, I salute you, brother. That was a hell of a save right there. It's something I couldn't have done. Great save on the 9 car. Rick Gibson going to lead the field, splitting those guys up front there. AJ Cruz able to slide his way around in the number 69 and Curtis Kelly 75. Those guys able to make dodge of a 9 car coming off the wall like that. Great job by them. But up front, it is all Rick Gibson as we are now. It looks like 3 laps in as Todd is back to counting laps again. This guy's a flipping pro, I'm telling you. 3 of 8 to the board. Next time around, as Todd hits the 4 button, we'll be halfway home.
Halfway home for Rick Gibson there out front and large in the charge. AJ Cruz running in that second spot, doing a fantastic job of trying to catch down the number 38 machine of Rick Gibson.
Doing a great job tonight is Rick Gibson, as I figured he was. AJ Cruz looks really smooth out there in the 69, not letting Rick kind of drive away. Curtis Kelly's running consistent line. Chris Miller's gathered up. These guys all single file. 5 laps in of 8 off of turn number 4 this time. 6 going to go down, so 2 to go from the starter stand. Popsicle sticks up in the air as they work their way now through turns number 3 and 4. This time around, white flag will come out for the 38 car. Rick Gibson's got one more trip around.
Yeah, one more trip around the speedway for Rick Gibson. Gibson down into the bottom here, trying to hang on to the top spot down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Off of turn number 4, picking up your heat race number 3 win. It's going to be Rick Gibson. AJ Cruz going to finish up in that second spot. Third is going to be the 75 of Curtis Kelly. And run out your field is Chris Miller. And man, what a great save by him. All kinds out of shape, still able to hang on to it. That can go down in the books.
That takes a lot to make me come out of the chair, but that thing was around it, looked like about 4 or 5 different times, and that was a hell of a save there by Chris, number 9, to bring it in. I know Chris has been running over here in the rookie series that HAR does every Monday night. He's doing a great job getting better as he's kind of come back to the sim here recently, so cool to see. Chris Miller, great hand save out there tonight aboard car number 9. So we are through 3 heat races here. Next up on the docket, we should have, I believe, a 6 or 8 lap dash for cash. I'm going to wait to see if we have any transpondence of these guys, from race control, as I'm begging and pleading to know what is going on from these guys. So if Brett or Ron or Eric or anybody in that race channel can hear me, throw me a bone here, guys. We have nothing at our fingertips tonight besides our own 2 eyes, which anybody knows me, they don't work really good at all. So living by the seat of our pants, which is always the norm on a Friday night at HAR, but these guys do an awesome job. This program is a lot of fun. It goes by in a blink, and before you know it, we're going to have a dash race in the books and a little brief warm-up, and then set this thing sail for a awesome 35-lap feature tonight. These guys at HAR do it up in a big way right here on a Friday night Rocky Top 305 Sprint Car Series. Open to all to come out and run. So if you get our Friday night free, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, these guys throw this thing live. Server goes up at about 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Come out here and be a part of the fun. Great league that runs here. HAR Motorsports having an awesome time out here. I want to thank you guys out there watching. Got a newcomer over here to the YouTube chat. Jeremy, great to see you out there. Thank you for tuning in. Facebook Live. You guys are normal. I can always bank on being out there. Thanks, you guys, all for tuning in. Also out there on Twitch TV, as well as cars have started to rise in the pit area. Our 6-car dash for cash about to take to the racetrack.
Just trying to go on the fly here to see who is going to be where here in the dash. race here is, I believe that's going to be, looks like it's going to be the 04 of Frank Gonzalez. His dance partner to the outside, be the 19. That's Showtime. Shane Kelly inside row number 2. Starting in that third starting position, that's going to be the number 38 of Rick Gibson. The 115 of Eric Tupper going to start outside of him. Next row back will be the number 3 machine. Number 3 is being driven tonight by Wayne Scott in the number 3 machine. And outside of him will be AJ Cruz. Rolling off 6. 6 laps will be the distance. Green will come next time by.
Yes, it will. And don't mind me as I'm over here. I'm pounding on every link I have from these guys. And Piles put together this really, really cool spreadsheet. And the link I do have has the rookie series of Monday Night on it. So whatever is not happening, I'm not seeing a refresh on the sheet or a different link they have, but just do not have it. So we're going to take these lineups on the fly. We can say 6 laps. Green flag coming out next time around. Frank Gonzalez and Shane Kelly on the front row. They open up. We're green flag racing. Dash for cash for HAR Motorsports.
Green flag is in the air, and it's 04 Frank Gonzalez leading him down here to turn number 3 already. Here comes Rick Gibson down to the bottom side trying to make something work. Showtime Shane Kelly up top here is now we got timing and scoring back to 19. Showtime Shane Kelly now back down to the bottom side is the 04 of Frank Gonzalez up top. Still side-by-side battle. Gonzalez not going away.
Gonzalez not going to go away. Look at that split through the middle. He just makes underneath Shane Kelly into turn number 3. Put Frank Gonzalez back to the lead. We're going to throw a slide job. Kelly going to come back to the inside. Rick Gibson's 38 is there. They almost make contact. Great driving with all these guys that look off the corner. A new race leader has emerged. God, look at that racing, Todd. That looks a lot of fun.
Yeah, Eric Tupper was way up to the top shelf of the Speedway. He put it in there, and he was able to make that happen out of a 4-wide situation. He was the benefactor there, the 115 of Eric Tupper, right up there next to the wall, able to take away the lead here in the dash race. Number 19 is Showtime Shane Kelly running second. Frank Gonzalez is now third, but he's under fire from the 38 of Rick Gibson. Gibson down to the bottom.
Gibson down to the bottom. That's a good race between him and Frank Gonzalez for the third spot. White flag coming out to the Speedway. One more trip around for Eric Tupper's 115. He's going to pace the field in a turn number 3 for the final time, unchallenged, off of 4. Give Eric Tupper the win in our 6-lap dash. Put second place into Shane Kelly. I believe it was Frank Gonzalez holding on for third. Rick Gibson in for fourth, and I believe that was that in there for fifth?
Number 3, Phil, finished up.
Ronnie Wayne Scott.
Ronnie Wayne Scott finishing up in the 5th spot. And last would be the number 69 of AJ Cruz.
Yeah, I saw AJ go by, but I couldn't see the other yellow car that stuck on by there. As I said, without the timing and scoring widget, we kind of go out to lunch with it. But thankfully, for the feature event, we'll be back to rolling as we normally would with all the bells, whistles, and gadgets we can expect. So while we have a brief pause in the action, which should be here for a brief minute, what we're going to do now is we normally do here each and every night of Full Velocity TV. We are going to pause. We are going to pay homage to this great country, the United States of America, and the playing of our national anthem. All right, great rendition there of the national anthem getting us started here tonight, live, Full Velocity TV. Thanks all for tuning in this evening, live, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch TV. You're out there watching, well, like it, share it, follow it, subscribe to it, do whatever you got to do. Show everybody it is out here now tonight. It's in Lanier. It's with HAR Motorsports. It's 305 Sprint Car Series, Rocky Top 305 Sprint Car Series, run here every Friday night. Presented tonight here, Full Velocity TV by Evil One Graphics, DirtSeries.com, CNC Racing Designs, Spatafora Firearms, and also iRacing, iFlag, and CNC Racing Designs. Cannot forget those guys as well. Great sponsors here at Full Velocity TVs. We're just waiting for these guys to roll to the pit area, Todd. Waiting and waiting for this thing to click over into race mode. The anticipation, the excitement has been building. We've seen 3 heat races. We've seen the dash. We've seen some really fast race cars. We got 35 really quick laps ahead of us. What do you have for any kind of prediction, if you can predict who we may see in victory lane here in a little while?
Well, they all look pretty quick here tonight. It looks like Eric Tupper just getting the top of his game once again here this evening. So Eric Tupper, I'm going to put him out to probably try to win this one here tonight. He's been quick, and he's showing he's quick. They're making that 4-wide situation, and he just was able to take over that dash and just run away. So I said Eric Tupper last week was a solid pick. I finished third. He didn't quite win. He didn't wreck either, so that's a plus here on Full Velocity TV. But I think the 115 of Eric Tupper will take down the victory here tonight.
All right, this week's Black Cloud Curse presented by our buddy, Mr. Todd Stanton. It goes down to Mr. Eric Tupper this week. So if it happens to you, Eric, I apologize now, brother. I think he's fast, Todd. I hope you just haven't given him that doomful, we've called it the Black Cloud here forever. Hope it's not here tonight. Keep it away from Eric Tupper.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see what happens here. Hopefully it stays away there, Phil. Maybe we'll put them big fans up in the sky that we have here at Full Velocity TV. They're on our blimps. It will blow away all storm clouds.
I like it. All right, I'm just trying to get some stuff refreshed on this end. It looks like that I did indeed get a message here from Mr. Piles a little while ago looking for a correct link for a spreadsheet. For whatever reason, the link he fired me that came through the cell phone did not carry over into my live widget here in Facebook, which is kind of odd. And as I finally get the screen to refresh, wouldn't you know, Todd, I found the live link for the spreadsheet. Great job, Phil, being aware of that. We could have really sounded, brilliant during the heat races, couldn't we?
We were still okay there, Phil. Once they got lined up, we knew where they were starting, so we were okay.
All right. Well, one of the great news, it sounds like I could probably give you a lineup here for our feature event. So let me scroll down through the sheet as I believe they have folded into the race session. They're going to get their way to the racetrack. They're going to take the mock green. They'll get themselves into the proper starting alignment, and we will fire away. What is advertised for these guys, a 30-lap feature event. We're going to call it 35 here at the preliminary lap, so we will get fired away. What is going to be an awesome night of Full Velocity TV. So while I'm scrolling down here, Todd, I'm going to be able to bring you a full starting lineup. This should be great.
Fantastic as these guys get locked and loaded out there on the track. They're wheeling out there and making sure they're getting into at least onto the grid here. As of course they're going to take the initial green flag and then get into their line here. So it's going to show 35 up on your screen. They're actually going to take a couple laps. They're actually going to go down to 30 here. So we're going to go 30 laps initially. So the 35 there is for these guys to get in line, get locked and loaded, and set to go.
I've done it. I have secured tonight's starting lineup. So, ready for this, folks? Because here we go. As we lose C-Mac, Mr. Cody McKnight, from the race server. We'll hope he can reconnect here in a brief minute that they're going to give him. But What do you say we try tonight's starting lineup? On the pole is going to be car number 115 of Eric Tupper with the number 19, Showtime Shane Kelly alongside. In the second row on the inside, the 04 is Frank Gonzalez with the number 38 car of Rick Gibson alongside. In row number 3, the inside is going to be car number 3, Ronnie Wayne Scott with the number 69. Sideways, AJ Cruz rolling off position number 6. In row number 4, the birthday boy on the inside, starting from P7 aboard car number 45. That is Mike Massey, and to his outside in the number 17, that is Brett Rawls. Next row back on the inside, we find the 75 car of Curtis Kelly with the 111 of C-Mac Cody McKnight rolling off in position number 10. In the inside of the 6th row, deep starting position this week for car 68. That is Ron Piles with the number 9 car of Chris Miller alongside, and rolling off tonight from the 13th starting position aboard Carter 59. Put second time up in time trial, so keep an eye on the 59 of Trey Long. He's going to march from position number 13. So there you have it, Todd. 13 cars scheduled to be out there. I think Cody McKnight may have had a little bit of transmission issues, so we'll see if the 111 can't join us on the grid. But I see 12 cars out there waiting for that mock green flag, and then they'll let these guys get set in their proper starting alignment. We're going to let these guys loose for a 35-lap feature event, which is going to be epic, as all these races at HAR lately just seem to be getting better and better each and every week.
The guys are learning each other every week, too, and even when the new guys come in, they learn rather quickly of how to race here, and they do a fantastic job. And 3 and 4 wide racing, and oh man, these guys put on a spectacular show. They had the race of the year last year here on Full Velocity TV, 3 wide finish there. It was fantastic, 3 and 4 wide. There was no race better than that last year in 2018. 2019, as you know, to prove yet, to see who's going to be the best race of 2019 here on Full Velocity TV. So these guys are waiting to put out a show just like we had, Phil. That would be fantastic here, especially in the 305 sprint cars. These guys, the heat races were 3 and 4 wide. So let's see what this feature has been. I'm stoked.
Well, let's think about this for a minute now, because the racetrack, you know, the moisture's gone away. The grooves are starting to go away. You know, it gets kind of tough to pass here when that happens. 305 sprint cars, a little bit down on horsepower. So, could we possibly see maneuvering for a slide job? Can you pull a clean slider tonight, or are you going to have to pull a dirty slider to make it happen? I guess we'll have to wait and see over the course of about 30 laps is going to take us. But look at this. 4 wide salute off of turn number 4. God, doesn't it get better than that here. 4 wide in a sprint car. Saluting the fans. All you guys out there live on Full Velocity TV. You wanted the best. You got it right there, 4 abreast. You got the best in online sim race broadcasts right here live. Full Velocity TV, pound for pound, the best of the best out there. The beasts from the Northeast live right here. Phil and Todd Stanton. Full Velocity TV, the 305 sprint cars, HAR Motorsports. The 4 wide salute continues on. Breathtaking there, Todd. Anytime you see that, just awesome.
Love a 4 wide salute, especially seeing it up here in the Northeast in person. Love the 4 wide aspect of things. It's always great to see that. We see it in the dirt modifieds with the big shows, all the sprint cars. I mean, the late model series that come up and visit the Northeast up here that we get to see. I mean, it's fantastic. Hopefully we're going to have a snowball derby sooner or later, Phil, because we're set this weekend to have almost 2 foot of snow is what they're calling for. So we'll see what's going to happen here.
Yeah, and we've talked about doing one of our seances here for Full Velocity TV in the next week or so. And 2 feet of snow, the way I know where you live, Todd, it may take you a month to get out here. So guess I'll have to wait and see if this seance for Full Velocity TV does happen here in the next week or so. But
it
could
will
happen. And Todd said it's going to happen, so we'll see. We'll see how much snow we get to enjoy over here over the weekend as well, which is going to be a great treat. So the field getting its way into proper restart alignment. Eric Tupper going to bring the field around with Shane Kelly on the front row. That second row going to be hot there as well. Frank Gonzalez and Rick Gibson off of turn number 4. I think next time around there, Todd, we will see these guys open it up. We are going to get digging here. A 30-lap main event. We'll call 35 for the sake of our timing and scoring. These guys are going to unload 30 laps around. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. These guys restacked. They're repacked. They're ready to go to racing here as they enter the back straightaway. It is going to be Eric Tupper, again, Showtime Shane Kelly, Frank Gonzalez, Rick Gibson. Those are your front 2 rows. There's plenty of cars starting deep in the field, though, that could win this race. Any one of these cars, I should say, could win this race here tonight. As we get the green flag off of turn number 4, the loud pedal is down the front straightaway into turn number 1, and it is the 115 of Eric Chopper immediately to the top shelf of the speedways. He slides up there in front of Showtime Shane Kelly. Here comes the 04 of Frank Gonzalez to the bottom, side-by-side battle with a 38 of Rick Gibson.
Gibson up high there. Brazelton, Georgia has just come to life. The Lanier National Speedway Rocky Top 305 Sprint Cars feature racing underway. Up front, it is a 115 of Eric Tupper. The race is on for 2. Rick Gibson looking underneath Shane Kelly. That's a battle for the second spot as they hit turn 3.
Gibson down to the bottom with the 38 machine. The 19 of Shane Kelly up top, trying to get some more bite there, but I tell you what, Gibson may have made a mistake down on the bottom. He left the top side shelf wide open for the 04 of Gonzalez. Gonzalez going to get around him up top. Gibson not going away, but that's not where Gibson wanted to be there. He had to try it, though, in that 38 machine.
Well, you got to try it if you got the car set up that way. Maybe he did, and sometimes, Todd, you got the car set up down there. You got to live and die by the sword. Rick Gibson going to keep it down low, but said lost that spot to Shane Kelly. Now going to surrender third to Gonzalez. Rick Gibson back to fourth, all single file off of 2. Eric Tupper now going to have to deal with a challenge from Shane Kelly. Here comes Showtime. He may look to the low side in the 3.
Shane Kelly trying to look down to the bottom side. His charge is halted there momentarily. The 115 of Eric Tupper still holding on to the top spot. Frank Gonzalez is running in that 3rd spot. Rick Gibson going to fall back to 4th. Wayne Scott in the number 3 machine is right now running 5th. Mike Massey having a good run here on his birthday. He is running 6th. Here comes Ron Piles up through the field. He's running 7th right now. He's fighting with Mike Massey there for position.
Great battle going on back there between Piles and Massey. Brett Rolls back there in the 17. Expect to see Brett kind of coming up through the field. Not happening because we have a big wreck back here, Todd. Yellow flag out in the speedway. One car, I think we may have had a flip count there. Not sure if you got a brief peek at that or not, but yellow coming out to the racetrack. I believe that was Ronnie Wayne Scott's number 3 car that may have got turned around and maybe a tad bit upside down. And also, the birthday boy, Mike Massey, also looks like he caught a piece of this action as well.
Yeah, just looking at what I see on my Insta replay, because I still have the control stuff that I had, it looks like Ron Piles, wow. Ron Piles hard into the corner. He sent it in that number 68 machine, and as he was going down into the corner here, he got into the number 3 machine, and that involved the 45 of Mike Massey. Also involved was Trey Long. 69 makes it through, though. Wow, the 69 made it through. AJ Cruz, he had a lucky horseshoe there, but man, it looked like 68 Piles was hoping it would stay down there, Phil. It just did not.
Well, if you're going to send it, there's only one way to send it, and that is huge, and that's exactly what Piles did right there. And unfortunately for Ronnie Wayne Scott, Mike Massey, Piles just completely stepped on it right there, and that just set off a wild catastrophe wreck. Tough break for Massey on his birthday. I think Piles owes him the Chuck E. Cheese pizza party now. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Wayne Scott's good night also looks like may have gone up in smoke off turn 4. We're back to green flag racing. Eric Tupper and Shane Kelly lead the field to turn 1.
Yeah, Tupper leads the charge down into turn 1, down the back straightaway already into turn number 3. Showtime Shane Kelly running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is now Rick Gibson, as though Frank Gonzalez was on the bottom side there. That's not the place you want to be. It's obvious now here as we've seen all the moves up top here. As Frank Gonzalez making contact with the wall there just a tad bit. That slows up Brett Rolls just a little bit. Rolls up to the top shelf. Where did he come from? He is running in that 5th spot. Here comes the number 9 machine also, Chris Miller. He's moving up through the field.
Look at Miller. That 9 car is digging up there as well, following Brett on through. AJ Cruz up there in the 69. Those guys getting after it here as we're quickly approaching halfway. 19 of 35 on the board, so we have eclipsed halfway. These guys really getting it done up here. It is still all Eric Tupper up front with Shane Kelly, Rick Gibson, Frank Gonzalez, and Brett Rolls is 5th, but that race for 5th on back with Rolls, Miller, Cruz. You got Piles in there. This is a really good race back there.
Yeah, it's a fantastic race going on. Now it looks like Chris Miller going, contact made, and around goes Ron Piles. Does he keep it going, or does yellow flag come out? Nope, yellow flag comes out here, and it's going to bring out and restack and repack this field.
Sure did, and Piles again getting the short end of the stick here, the 68, going around this time, putting us on a caution flag for the 2nd time here tonight at Lanier. Rocky Top 305 Sprint Car Series presented by HAR Motorsports going under the caution. number 2 here for a just innocent spin there with Piles. These guys are really getting after it, which now you're going to think about it there, Todd. Tupper has shown speed. He's up front. He's going to have that line dictation, so he's going to definitely take up high. Got Shane Kelly there, who's been fast. Rick Gibson now finding his way back to the fray, but he's going to get stuck down to the inside of the restart. Put Frank Gonzalez back up high. You got to think advantage 04 up high in the battle for third. How about the 19 car chasing the 115? How do you size up that battle?
That's tough. Yeah, I mean, what's going to happen is the 115 of Eric Tupper obviously has to start on the bottom side here. They don't. I don't believe they have lane choice. No, they don't. The 115 does have the choice of when to go, though, so that's an advantage to him as long as the 19 don't time it. And then he can slide it up in front of the Showtime Shane Kelly there and maintain that top spot. So that's where he wants to go. The 19 of Showtime Shane Kelly. I just don't know, Phil. It just it's tough to be where he's going to have to be. I mean, you might have to pull a real quick crossover and maybe a slide job to get around Tupper as green flag comes back out and we're racing down the front straightaway.
We sure are. Tupper going to drive it in deep through turn 1 and 2, slide it up the hill. Shane Kelly going to try to time it. Here he comes. Slide job here. Kelly to the low side of Tupper. Looks like he's going to complete the pass. He opens the door for the 38 of Rick Gibson there as well. It is a 3-car tango for the lead as they hit turn 3.
Yeah, the slide job been completed, but the 115 fires back down to the inside, side-by-side battle. Can Eric Tupper make the slider on the 19? He does. Crossover maneuver there from the 19. The 38, Gibson right there into the fray. 3 wide battling, going on for the top spot. Look at this. Chaos up front. The 115 of Eric Tupper still to the lead there, as now it looks like the number 38 machine of Rick Gibson's up to second.
Sure is, and this is a chaos, Todd. This is HAR rising up as they always do. You throw the gauntlet down, show us race of the year. They always put on a hell of a show. Right now, nobody faster than Eric Tupper up front, who's got a little bit distance over the Rick Gibson 38 car. Frank Gonzalez up high. Shane Kelly stuck down low now, maybe dropping back to fourth. It is all Tupper off the corner. 5 laps remaining next time around.
Yeah, as we got 6 laps remaining here, the 115 of Eric Tupper still on the top shelf of the speedway and still maintaining his lead about 6 or 7 car lengths over the 38 of Rick Gibson. No 4 Frank Gonzalez running in that 3rd spot. 4th is the number 19 of Showtime Shane Kelly. Brett Rolls right now running in that 5th spot. He's trying to make his way up through the field here once again. As we're coming back and flash by the start finish line, we're going to have 4 more trips around the Lanier Speedway.
4 more times around the 3/8 here for Eric Tupper, who looks to be up there driving away for another victory here in the 305 Sprint Car Series, but don't speak too soon because you got Rick Gibson trying to chase him down. Frank Gonzalez applying the pressure. Shane Kelly back there in 4th trying to rebound from just getting stuck down to the inside lane, but it looks like it is going to be settled amongst our top 3. Nobody faster than Eric Tupper, who next time around, Todd, is going to speak 2 to go for the flag stand.
Popsicle sticks in there. 2 more trips around the speedway for Eric Tupper. Can he hang on for the 2 more circuits here at Lanier Speedway? Can he hold off Rick Gibson on the back straightaway into turn number 3? And off of turn number 4, they're going to see White Silk in the air for the 115 of Eric Tupper.
1 more trip around in the turn 1 and 2 for the final time. Tupper keeps it glued up high. It's a high lane racetrack here tonight in the 305s. Into turn number 3, Gibson got 1 more to throw. He's going to try it down low. The slider can't make it happen. Eric Tupper going to hold him off. Rick Gibson going to finish up 2nd. 3rd going to go to Frankie Gonzalez. 4th for Shane Kelly. Brett Rolls going to finish up at the top 5. AJ Cruz in for 6th. Trey Long rebounds up to 7th. Curtis Kelly 8th. Chris Miller 9th. Mike Massey finishes up in the top 10. 5 laps down. Ron Piles also out of the race, as well as Ronnie Wayne Scott in the number 3. So we had 12 take the green flag in a tremendous race. Didn't take long at all, Todd. Less than 12 minutes of race time. Eric Tupper going to go to victory lane here tonight in the HAR 305 Series.
Yeah, and guess what? Who picked Eric Tupper to win this race here tonight, Phil? So no black cloud. Them fans seem to work.
Like it. Good work by you. About time we finally get the monkey up the back up here in the booth. We're going to let you pick them every night. You know, I think the lucky charm is tonight. We brought Jack Willis. I think we need to take Jack out every night. Willis do the controls because maybe he's got that winning combination to, you know, the silent majority up here is he does all the controls for us. We don't want Jack to talk because, you know, unfiltered, we never know what he's going to say next. So we'll let him push the buttons. It's what he's good at. we'll let him do all the keys down there. But we'll bring Jack next time we pick a winner, and we'll talk to these guys. But let's see, how are we gonna do this? Todd, you're gonna go to victory lane, but before you run down there, I've done all these interviews all week long. I gotta blow my nose. I'm gonna throw it to you. You could take our third place interview as well. You can talk to Mr. Frankie Gonzalez of the 04. So I think you're down there caught up with him. So take it away there, Todd.
Down here with the third place finisher tonight, Frank Gonzalez. Gonzalez bringing home third. Man, that was a race up front. 3 and 4 wide racing. Sometimes I didn't know if you guys were going to come out of the next corner alive, but you guys were able to do it. And man, tell us about that, Frank. That had to be fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I probably would, if it was anybody else besides Shane Kelly, I probably wouldn't have done that move, but I'm comfortable racing with him, around him. Been doing it almost ever since I've got on here, so it was fun. Yeah, I thought I was going to wipe us out when I made that move, but luckily I was able to get through there.
You guys seem to be getting used to each other every now and then. Obviously, you know Shane Kelly, so it was a fantastic race to bring home third, a podium finish over here at HAR. Frank, I mean, great run.
Yeah, I wasn't going to race tonight, but I've been sick, so I figured I'd come in here. I ain't got nothing else to do. Come here and race and see what I can do.
Heck, I've been sick too. I've been out here broadcasting and trying to go along under the weather here myself. So great to have another pal out here that's driver out here that's actually sick too with me. So Frank, I know the concern with being sick and everything that's going on, but racing I think is a great antidote to that. But I'm going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank you tonight.
Yeah, Russell Brown's race car. Russ Brown and all them coming aboard. Joey Lamb Racing. Me and AJ came out here tonight to race. Everybody came to watch us. Came out to watch us. Hope y'all enjoyed the race. I'm pretty sure we gave y'all a heck of a show out here, so I hope y'all enjoyed it. And then it's fun being back on full velocity. Y'all see me almost every day.
Yeah, we love to see you out there, Frank, because we know that you're going to contend at least for a podium finish, if not a win here on Full Velocity TV, and hope to see more of you here in the future.
Yeah, y'all be seeing a lot more of me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, bringing home third tonight, Frank Gonzalez aboard the 04 machine here tonight. I'm going to throw it down to Phil, who's got up with our second place finisher, Rick Gibson.
I did, and I would have picked this guy in the pre-race show, but I did not want to throw that jinx out there. I was going to let you throw it out there, and you picked Tupper, and Rick would have been my pick. But Rick, tremendous job, dude. You had to really dig at it here tonight. You had that car set through on the low side, it appears, and got that low side one there. How much does that make you scramble as a race car driver? No, you set up for one condition, you get thrown another. That's got to leave you just kind of just aggravated and really keep you up on that wheel.
Yeah, definitely a curveball. Like you said, you set it up one way and the track's just not going that way, so you got to kind of adapt and do the best you can with what you got. So I was just glad to be able to keep it clean and be able to get up there.
Now, you were right in the middle of that three-car sandwich there, racing for the lead, you and Shane and Eric up there. Tell us about those couple of laps, you guys throwing sliders out there. Those guys are going at it. You were just kind of the innocent guy, kind of minding your business. What are you thinking running in a scenario like that as a third car? Well, you mean, you talk about the guy that engages the slider and pulls it back, but a third car in the dance, it's a little unique.
Yeah, it was definitely hairy. I saw it happen once and then twice. I was like, okay, this is getting a little nuts, and it just kept on going. But I know those guys are good drivers, so I just kind of kept my line, and I was just hoping for the best that they would at least try and hold theirs and do what they do, and I'll just try and stay out of it.
Calm under pressure is this guy right here, Rick Gibson. This guy here, you want to put a good wheelman behind the wheel, guy who's not going to get too rattled about what's going on around him with all the chaos he had to deal with. Rick Gibson finishing up here, position number 2 tonight. Rick, we've done this a couple of times before. I'm going to toss you the mic one more time. Anybody out there watching, friends, family, or sponsors, you know the trick there, bud. You got it.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Like always, I want to thank you guys for taking your time out of your day and broadcasting this and putting it out for everybody. And Eric and Ron and Brett and everybody at HAR Motorsports for what they do.
Well, that's awesome right there, Rick. Congratulations, buddy. Second place finish tonight. You only got one more way to go. It's going back up, right? We haven't seen the victory lane in a little while. Come retake this mantle next week, will you?
Yeah, I'm working my way back up there, so hopefully we'll get the top spot next time.
It's the betting guy right here. I'm taking my money on car number 38, Rick Gibson, finishing up second here tonight. So we've talked to third, we've talked to second, which means there's only one. And I'm sure, there's probably a little bit of PUBGing or somebody going to get shot here afterward. But before you guys start throwing them down, Todd, you've got Eric Tupper in victory lane. So before you guys pull out the heavy artillery, let's do a winner interview first.
Down here in victory lane with Eric Tupper, and I got to pick you here tonight. You won at 1-1, and you got the monkey off my back. But a fantastic showing. I'm going to tell you what, from the dash race, that move where you made it 4 wide up top there, that's the moment I knew you were going to win here tonight. And you were able to hold that top side and able to prevail. I know there were some good challenges there. I'm going to tell you what, you guys had to switch back and forth. It was crazy up front. Tell us about that race.
Oh, man, it was stressful to say the least. These guys are fast and always fun to race with. Shane Kelly, Rick Gibson, Frank Gonzalez, the top runners. Brett Rolls, he had a little bit off night tonight, but always a factor in the game. But yeah, it was definitely a tough one tonight. And that 4 wide, man, I just I held my breath and held it to the floor and closed my eyes and said, hopefully I make it to the other side. So yeah, it worked out. So here we are.
And it made it so you can start up front where you want to, because these guys here are tough at HAR Motorsports. Each and every week, even with the growing fields that you continue to get, you keep getting a couple extra cars every week, and these guys are fast.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely are fast, and you definitely got to be on top of your game to be able to beat these guys.
Well, Eric, as we all are accustomed to here on Full Velocity TV, I know you're getting accustomed to it. You've won quite a few times here in 2019. The floor is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank tonight.
I got to thank my wife and kids for supporting me and allowing me to do these things that I love to do and race here night after night. And you guys for broadcasting HAR Motorsports, Ron Piles for basically admitting about the entire show, doing all the lineups and the pill draw, and Brett for being a challenge every week and week in and week out, and everybody that's just coming out and supporting the Rocket Top 305 Sprint Car Series. I got to say it's been a lot of fun and a lot more successful than I'd hoped.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, picking up the win here tonight, driver of the 115, Eric Tupper, taking down another win here on Full Velocity TV in 2019. I think he's going for a record here on Full Velocity of how many wins he can earn in the season, Phil. Right now, he's got the most right now on Full Velocity TV.
Well, I can't count them because it's been that many already, but Eric Tupper is definitely on a roll here to open up 2019, only 2+ weeks in. I think it's his third or maybe fourth victory here on our airwaves, so that's pretty damn impressive right there. So great job by him. Great job by guys at HAR, as always. Appreciate them guys holding up here for about 20 minutes tonight to allow us to get here live and be here in a big way, having 3 men out here tonight. It was really good of them to do so. So thanks to those guys. Got to thank all our sponsors, of course. DirtSeries.com, Evil One Graphics, CNC Racing Design, Spatafora Firearms, iRacing, iFlag. Also got to thank all you guys out there watching tonight through Facebook, through YouTube, through Twitch TV, and of course our crew, Martin Karcher, Graphics Guy, Jake Keel at Full Velocity Radio, Jack Chewin on controls, and Todd Stanton, my longtime partner alongside. Phil LeCast here for Full Velocity TV, going to sign off. Next time we're on the airwaves will be this coming Sunday night. We have another edition of Dirt Warrior Racing, DWR Sunday Night Shootout. Open setup racing here. It's going to be a great time, I believe, at Dirt Track, the Charlotte Motor Speedway this week here on a Sunday night. So for Todd, for Jack, I'm Phil. We'll talk to you next time with more live editions of Full Velocity TV. See you.
Good night.